The first time the old woman bent to lift a leaking bag of trash outside the polished marble gates, her hands shook not from age but from the weight of a secret powerful enough to break a family apart. The sun was already high, throwing sharp shadows across the driveway of the virile estate, and no one noticed that beneath the torn gloves and faded scarf was the sharp, calculating mind of billionaire Arvind Kaler, a man who had built empires by seeing what others tried to hide. Today, he was not here as a tycoon. He was here as a test. If you believe kindness deserves second chances and hidden goodness should never go unseen, take a moment right now to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Threads of Kindness. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that need them. Arvind had spent decades mastering numbers, contracts, and human ambition, but the question gnawing at him now had nothing to do with money. His only son had married 6 months earlier, and the woman who entered their family, Mira Solin, carried a quiet reputation that unsettled him. She was polite, reserved, and never asked for anything, which made Arvind suspicious in a world where everyone wanted more. Rumors from staff hinted that she was distant, perhaps proud, perhaps cold. Arvind wanted truth, not whispers. So he disguised himself as a garbage-collecting woman hired for the outer grounds, stooping low enough to see the world from the ground up. The estate buzzed with daytime life as gardeners trimmed hedges and delivery trucks rolled in and out. Mira moved through it all with calm precision, dressed simply, her hair tied back, overseeing household tasks without raising her voice. Arvind watched carefully as he struggled with bins near the service entrance, deliberately dropping trash so it spilled across the pavement. Workers passed by, some frowning, some pretending not to notice. He waited to see what kind of person Mira truly was when no reward was possible. What unfolded surprised him slowly, painfully, beautifully. Mira noticed the mess and approached, not with irritation but concern. Without hesitation, she knelt on the warm stone ground, gathering waste with her bare hands despite the smell and dirt. She guided the old woman to sit, fetched water, and quietly cleaned the scrapes on her wrists. She did not ask why the woman was there or complain about the inconvenience. She simply helped, then returned to her duties as if kindness were as natural as breathing. But Arvind's test was not over. He pushed further, appearing again and again at different hours, sometimes ignored by others, sometimes scolded by junior staff. Each time, Mira responded the same way, offering food, shade, or a gentle presence. Once, during the brightest part of the afternoon, when the heat made tempers short, Mira shielded him from a supervisor's harsh words, taking responsibility for a delay she did not cause. Arvind felt something unfamiliar tighten in his chest. This was not performance. This was character. The real challenge came when Arvind staged a final moment meant to reveal selfishness. He pretended to collapse near the front garden, drawing attention and discomfort. The estate buzzed with hesitation, but Mira rushed forward, organizing help, calling for assistance, and staying by his side until he recovered. She did not know who he was. She did not know he owned everything around them. She only knew someone needed care in the middle of an ordinary day. That evening, sunlight still lingered as Arvind revealed himself in the grand hall, standing tall without the scarf, without the grime, his identity undeniable. Shock rippled through the room, but Mira did not defend herself or demand praise. She simply lowered her eyes, prepared to accept whatever judgment came. Arvind spoke not with authority but humility, acknowledging that he had come looking for flaws and instead found grace. He admitted that wealth had taught him to doubt people, and Mira had taught him to believe again. From that day forward, the estate changed. Staff policies softened. Acts of service were recognized. Mira was no longer the quiet daughter-in-law but the heart of the household. Arvind, once distant and guarded, became present, learning that legacies were not measured by buildings or accounts but by the way people treated those who could offer nothing in return. If this story stirred something inside you, if it reminded you that goodness often lives quietly in plain sight, please take a moment now to like, share, and engage with this video. Your interaction helps spread messages that matter. Before the ending, we have a special request for you. Comment below with one small act of kindness you witnessed or experienced in real life. Your words might inspire someone who needs hope today. As the sun set on the virile estate that evening, Arvind understood that his greatest investment was not a company or a fortune, but trust placed in the right heart. And Mira, once tested, had proven that true wealth shines brightest in daylight, when no one is watching, and kindness chooses to show up anyway.